guys, and welcome back for another video. And this one is another Kendra G reaction video, and it's making me really wish that Kevin Samuels was still here because the delusion of grandeur is so real with this one. So Kendra G tries her best to try to enlighten the woman, but of course she's stuck on stupid, and there's no helping a lot of these women, especially when they're like over 40 like this. I'm not gonna lie, and no offense to anybody that may be, but you know what, y'all be so like, you ever heard the old saying, can't teach an old dog new tricks? Well, this will be a pure example. Let's go ahead and hear this insanity, shall we?
Hello?
Oh, hello, Kendra. How are you?
Hi. What's your name, Mama?
My name is Lola St. Paul. How are you?
Lola St. Paul. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Virginia.
How old are you, Lola?
I am 44.
44. Okay. When's your birthday?
December 21st.
So you'll be 45 this year.
Correct.
Okay. December 21st is a Capricorn?
Sagittarius. Don't do me that way.
What's wrong with you? I love Capricorns.
Okay, I'm glad you do.
Oh, Sagittarius. Do you have any kids, Lola?
I have an adult son.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Yes, twice.
Twice. Why'd you get divorced the last time?
He was abusive. I woke up with a black eye.
All right. So no abusive men. We can already get there. This is, what do you do for a living, Lola?
I am a clinical social worker.
What kind of man you looking for?
I'm looking for someone who's outgoing. I need someone who's an extrovert, someone who is at the point of they're ready to enjoy life. Prefer someone who has older children or adult children, someone who can be honest with themselves no matter the situation.
Wait, what did she just say?
Someone who can be honest with themselves no matter the situation.
She said she wants somebody who can be honest with themselves no matter the situation.
Oh, the irony.
But you will see very shortly. I will say that Kendra G looks amazing in this video. She looks very pretty, classy. I love I think it's called beret. It just complements her braids so much. Now, back to this lady.
I want someone who's a professional. He doesn't have to have a degree, but have some type of trade. I just want someone who I can connect with and I gel with. It doesn't necessarily have to have those bells and whistles, but just to be that person for me.
Okay. What's some deal breakers for you?
Deal breakers for me, liars. Let's see. Multiple baby mamas. I understand we all have a past. I always understand that we all were young at one point, but I don't want the drama behind that. I want someone who does travel, someone who's not afraid to travel. So that is a deal breaker if you don't have a passport. And also no Dallas Cowboy fans.
Okay. What's the age range you want to date, Lola?
23 to still living.
Lola, you would date 23.
My son said I had to have somebody older than him. My son is 22.
And I'm about to give it to you because when I have men up here who are around your age and say they want somebody 25, the women give them hell. Oh, he wants a woman he can control. So you're the opposite. So tell me why you would date a guy 20 years younger than you.
So he is an option. He's a male and he's an adult. Second of all, I wouldn't care what someone else thinks about what I do and how I date, because that's not their business. My happiness belongs with me.
Okay, Lola. So have you ever dated a guy that young?
I believe the youngest I've dated, if we actually add his age up now, he's 28 now. A 16-year age difference.
Do you want to respond? People think that you just want somebody that you can control.
Do I want someone I control? No, because I'm not into projects.
So the 21-year-old, is it?
This lady, I think it's pretty obvious why she's single at this point. She talks as if she's got life completely figured out. She doesn't really know what she wants. She's talking about, I'll date a guy between the ages of 23 and practically just alive. And all that gray in her hair, I'm sorry, ma'am. No 23-year-old dude's gonna be checking for you. Like, that's not even a joke. That's not me trying to be mean. That's just me being realistic. Like, you look like you somebody's grandma. Like, I'm just being for real. Like, that's way out of, that's what I mean about like delusions of grandeur. Like, on We're on a dating show and you're trying to pick up somebody, right? So why not speak in realistic terms? There's no 23-year-old that's going to be checking for you. You didn't even try to look nice. You're on a dating show and you didn't even try to come on like put together. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh gosh, these people are slow. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, 23-year-old or rather, I'm assuming you don't care how much money he makes because he probably wouldn't make that much money.
Well, it all depends. I mean, if we are into other people's pockets, it all depends. A 23-year-old could be fresh out of college. A 23-year-old is, some people also are in other people. It could be an athlete, could be someone else who has had their business for a while. Because if you have a trade, it all depends. But as long as you have your finances together, you're making income and you're able to make sure that your money goes to where it needs to be and you're investing properly, I wouldn't care because my bills and everything are being met right now.
So the 23-year-old, do you think you may come across as a mother figure to him or no?
I think we come off with something to somebody. So I'm not sure what I will come off to him. I know what I need from him. And if that's what he needs from me, that's that love language that we have to think about if we're going to give to each other.
What do you need from a 23-year-old?
As I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be a 23-year-old. Again, it can still be older and breathing assistantly. Right now, I'm looking for someone who can be that companion for me, that we can enjoy life together. Because there's some old spirits who are 23. There's some young spirits who are 63. I can't just say I don't want this person because of their age.
He's always talking about these could be, would be situations. Like, ma'am, you have to think in realistic terms. Okay, just looking at the screen right now, look at the difference between Kendra G and this lady. I want to say Kendra G is also in her like early 40s or something like that, maybe mid. So looking at her and looking at this lady, I could believe that a 23-year-old would be attracted to Kendra G. She looks good for her age. She looks great for her age. She doesn't even look her age. Let's just be honest. This lady looks like she's older than 44. And we don't even know what her body looks like, but just judging by the shoulder span, I'm guessing she ain't small. I mean, what is this about? You want a dude to have a passport. He has to be ambitious. He could be 23-year-old athletic person. What 23-year-old athlete is going to be looking for a grandma? Man, if anything, you're going to be taking care of somebody. If you get somebody who's 23, you're going to be paying all the bills. And you're going to be taking care of his baby mamas. Let's just be honest.
I don't want this person because of their height. I don't want this person because of their weight. I'm keeping my options open.
I'm just saying, for the record, I don't agree with it, but it's not for me to agree with. It's your life and it's his life. But I want to say that because I have given men on the opposite totem the same, my same thoughts. But we'll move forward. But does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Again, as long as his money matches his bills and he's able to make his investments, that's fine. But I think for me to be honest with anything, 60K is the minimum.
Okay, 60K. 60K is the minimum. Does he have to be in Richmond, Virginia?
He does not, because I
see what I mean. $60,000 a year. So you want an athletic 23-year-old that makes $60,000 a year who's going to be checking for a lady that could pass for a grandma. Like, is she serious right now? Do you even hear yourself? Like, I mean, and Kendra G is too nice about it. Like, Kevin Samuels would have shot her down. He'd have been putting them little slap sounds and them whip sounds and then boom, 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 boom. Like, he would have straight hoed her by now, which is what people like you need, ma'am. Gosh, this is crazy talk.
Travel often.
Okay. Can you stand up and give me Kendra Cam? That's when we see your full body, baby. Okay.
Hold on, let me get you some more light.
Okay, we see you. Woo, woo. Pose it out, Lola. Get the model pose on. All right.
She's a BBW, all right. Body built wrong.
Lola, what was your last relationship?
My last relationship was my marriage, and that was dissolved in 2016.
But when was the last time you was intimate with someone?
It was March, and damn it, Kendra, it was good as hell. And the reason why we're not together is because I'm not in Tennessee.
So what happened? Now this guy was in Tennessee.
Yes.
And what were you guys dating, or was it like a one night situation?
We weren't dating. It was just, as you say, a situationship. It was when I needed, he was there.
And then you moved from Tennessee?
Back and forth.
Oh, okay. Okay. But it was good, she said.
Okay. But it's cut off. It's cut off. It's time to move on.
So why do you think you're single?
Why do I think I'm single?
I can tell you exactly why she's single. Number one, her requirements far exceed her sexual marketplace value. You have all these requirements, but yet the dude that you want, he wouldn't be looking for you. If he was young, handsome, successful, athletic, had his life going for him, able to make investments, pay his own bills, he wouldn't be looking for you. He would be looking more for somebody more attractive, like Kendra G, for instance. Like if he was gonna date a woman who was a little older than him, he would want her to look the part. Like, dude, you don't look like you do anything on the weekends except sit on your butt and probably drink and eat and just never exercise. Like there's a bike in the background, but I doubt it gets used. You came on a dating show with these like grandma sister locks. Your braids are all showing. You're in a hoodie. You got no shape. I mean, this isn't what men want. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not a guy, but I'm pretty sure this isn't what men want.
You know, one, I work a lot. I work anywhere between 60 to 80 hours a week.
Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I'm fun. I mean, it's not a moment that we're not going to have a bored time. We're always going to have some fun. I am open to everything except for pool and bowling.
We spent a lot of time on her age requirements. She'll date 23 and long as you can breathe on your own. Was that what you said?
Breathe unassistedly. Yes.
Okay. Oh, could the guy have kids?
Adult kids. Remember, adult kids.
Adult kids. All right. So a 23-year-old couldn't have a 2-year-old.
He wouldn't be right from that
wouldn't work. All right, let's do it, boo. How do you want them to reach out to you?
You can reach me out on Instagram. So my Instagram name is Lola St. Paul too.
Keep me posted how it goes, honey.
She said, keep me posted how it goes, honey. Like, in other words, what you want ain't happening. But she's just a little too nice to say it. I mean, Kevin Samuels, he would have went in on her, and people would have been all in the comment section like, oh, I can't believe he said that, da, 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 da. People don't want to hear the truth. And the truth is, ma'am, you would be probably best looking for somebody your own age, number one, because you look older than what you even are. So let's just start there. Looks matter. Ratings matter. Body size matters. It may not matter to you. She says she doesn't care what a guy looks like, but a guy will care about what a woman looks like. In fact, that may be the very first thing he looks at. Am I physically attracted to her? You know, so if he's 23 and he has the choice between an 18-year-old youngin' who's still got her little high school body, like, why would, especially if he's making $60,000 a year, he's got a passport, he's free traveling, like, what? This is the kind of stuff that makes y'all look so dumb because you're not thinking realistically. You would have been better coming on here saying, you know what, I'll take a man between the ages of 45 and maybe 55, 60. You know, then that way you don't come off like you're looking like a gold digger talking about you would date somebody that's like basically breathing without assistance. So in other words, you'll date an ancient 70, 80-year-old too. But I mean, she if she likes sports, she's got good energy, she likes to travel, she's obviously established, she's well off to a certain degree. That's all fine and dandy, but guys don't care about how much money you have or how much education you have. Most guys care about, are they physically attracted to you? And if you want a long-term relationship, asking for a 23-year-old to date you is not going to work. It sounds like you're more interested in having a bunch of little flings. And therefore, that's why you're single. Because you're more interested in having fun and having supposed great sex. I don't know if it's great for them. It may be great for her, but you know, you want to do all of this fun stuff, but at the end of the day, you're not thinking about what really matters. And companionship is more than just a lot to do with physical attraction for men. It has to do with stability for women. And yeah, you want a dude that's stable and he makes his own money and this and that, but you need to think a little more realistically. You shouldn't even have come on here saying that you would be interested in a 23-year-old, because a guy who may have actually been looking at her, say a 50-year-old guy was watching this and he thought, you know, she was cute or whatever. Maybe if that was the case, he would have been turned off. Like, well, would she cheat on me with a younger guy if he had the opportunity? Because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're just a fling, you're a fun time, and that's why you're single to this day, and you've had 2 marriages that are failed, and this and that. I don't know. You guys definitely tell me what you think. We need another Kevin Samuels, I think. We really do. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I thank you for watching.